Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be continuing my most anticipated reads of the year, which I am highly anticipating, obviously. If you guys didn't see last week's video, I was gonna put all 4 of these books into one video, but it was just way too long, so I decided to cut it in half. Last week I read Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the new Hunger Games book, and The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, and I had a really good time. You're gonna have to go watch that if you want to see what I rated it and all my thoughts and stuff, but I must say I did very much enjoy those, and I am so excited for this week's reads as well. Guys, I literally can't even express how excited I am, because the first book is the last book in a series, so like I've been waiting. We already have build up, we already know these characters, we already love these characters, so I am terrified and I am oh so excited, and that is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. First of all, can we take a minute for this cover? Hello, this is the, I don't know if it's the Waterstones exclusive edition, but it's the exclusive edition that was in the UK, and like, oh my god, the crown, the back, it says forever my undoing. Guys, if you know, you know. Like I can't, it's so beautiful, and the map is like printed in pink on here. It's absolutely stunning. I am not a hardcover girly, but I make exceptions for special editions like this because quite frankly she's absolutely stunning, but this is what she would normally look like. This is just our normal little cover. I don't know why I can't word right now. I think it's stunning. I'm absolutely obsessed with the covers of the books in this series because, well, actually, let's take out Powerful because that one doesn't actually count. But they all have like flowers on the cover and they all mean something. My friend was like getting upset at the fact that like Powerful is purple and Powerless is purple, but yeah, while yes, Powerless does look purple, it's actually supposed to be a forget-me-not blue, which I think is kind of funny because they're supposed to be forget-me-nots. These are poppies. And then these are roses, and I have yet to know the background for what the roses symbolize, but in all of the books so far, flowers symbolize something and they like are a big part of like an important scene. So I am so excited to read this. If you guys can't tell by the tabs that I have on these books, actually this one I have yet to do my physical reread of, so she only has tabs of like the first like 20 pages, but the fact that on the first 20 pages I have like 20 tabs says a lot. Powerful, when it came out in 2023, was like probably my top book of that year, and I just finished rereading Reckless like 2 weeks ago and I absolutely adored it. And obviously the novella Powerful literally broke my heart last year when I read it, so I am very excited to go into Fearless. If you guys don't know what the series as a whole is about, obviously I can't really go in depth on the last book in a series because that would be spoiling what happens in the first books, but Powerless is about this girl named Peyton, and she is an ordinary, and basically she lives in a kingdom of elites, and elites have powers, ordinaries don't. And in this kingdom of Ilia, they kill the ordinaries because they think that they're like draining the power of everyone. She like kind of gets away with it by like having a fake mind reading power. The main plot of the story is basically these trials that happen where I think like 7-ish people from the kingdom are picked to fight to like win these trials. I think there's like 3 or 4 different like trials, and whoever wins at the end is the winner, whatever. And it's always elites, but she gets picked from the slums because they like vote who they want for like that specific area, and basically they picked her because she was in this like fight the day before and it was like really cool and she did really well, whatever. The book is about trials. It's a romantasy. Guys, the banter is exquisite. I'm sure you've already heard about the Powerless series because literally who on the internet hasn't yet, but like if you haven't, that's what it's about, and I absolutely adored it. And Reckless ended very terrifyingly. I am honestly shook to my bones about what's gonna happen in this book. I'm like so scared. Also, all of the books so far in the series at the top say destined for each other, period. Why is that destined for each other, question mark? So let's just say I'm terrified. I did read the first 3 chapters last night, and the way I was like literally shaking, I was like, guys, I'm gonna cry because I'm so scared of what's gonna happen already. Let's just say I'm having a lot of fun, and I've heard good things about this. I know a lot of people didn't like Reckless because it was very much a filler book. I liked it just because I think their banter is exquisite and I love the characters so much, but it definitely was a filler book. There was like little to no plot. Basically it was just them having fun, hanging out. But like I loved it, but it ended insanely, and I'm just glad that I've heard good things about this because hopefully I'll like it even more. But I definitely am anticipating this to be very highly rated because so far Powerless was a 5-star. I think Powerful was also a 5-star because oh my god, that novella broke me. Reckless I think was like a 4.5 just because while I love the character so much, the lack of plot, I was like, in my heart it feels like a 5-star, but like I know just the lack of any level of plot in that book, I was like, I have to bring this down a peg. Like it is not the same level as Powerless and Powerful. But I am anticipating this book to be rated very highly. So let's get to reading it because I'm literally on the edge of my seat right now. I can't tell you guys what Kai just said because it would be such a major spoiler. Oh, it's fine. The way I'm on literally only page 64 out of like 522, and I'm like, I can't do this, guys, I can't do this. I'm like, I can't. I haven't read a lot today, but guys, page 152, I'm actually unwell. Like, first of all, you can't see because it's a light pink I'm using as my tab because of the light pink roses, but like I've tabbed a lot already, but this page literally like ripped me apart. I'm so sorry. I saw one word and I knew I was gonna be done. But so far I have to say I am really enjoying it. I have to say I hate Kit. So at the beginning I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to listen to any chapters where he's mentioned where he is. Like, I just don't like Kit. Literally, he hasn't done anything. I just don't like him. Purely off vibes, I'm not a fan of Kit. So I'm like, ugh. But now I'm like, okay, whatever. Kit can be here, whatever. But like, just, I love them. I love this book. Guys, I literally just popped up so quickly, but I am actually in shock. If anybody's read this, the second chapter from Edric's point of view, I must say, I wasn't expecting that. I have to say, I truly wasn't expecting that. I'm very intrigued to see where it's going and also terrified. We always knew he was bad, but like this, what just happened, next level, actually insane. Guys, the way I can't do this, I've finally figured out the perfect song for Kaiser. It's literally Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. Help, I'm still at the restaurant. Oh, I cannot tell you what just happened and what he just said, but like page 255, if you know, you know. I'm like not doing well. Like this, I'll be fine. I'll literally be so fine. Wait, guys, wait, if I'm connecting dots that I don't know if I should be connecting, everything I want in life is saved, but oh my god, is this crazy? Actually insane. Actually, like, wow. I know what information we're later gonna like officially find out, but my question is, how is it gonna go down? But all I know is it's gonna go down well for me, probably not in the best way, but like, and they guys, I can't say anything because it's spoiler free, but I really want to, because like I know and I need it documented. Like, I know what's happening. someone just died. I was not expecting this character to die. I was expecting some kind of like redemption arc, something. What? Okay. Guys, I finished Fearless last night. I put it on the reverse side of the dust jacket because I was like, it's so pretty. I love Pay like this. Like, it's so cool. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like this because currently, with the fact that I only have this one in the special edition hardcover, oh hi sweetie, it looks very out of place. For the moment, we're having her like this. And guys, okay, I have to say, first book out of this most anticipated reads of the year kind of series that isn't a 5-star. But the thing is, I still loved her so much. I just feel like the beginning disappointed me a little bit. It was very slow. It was dragged out quite a bit. It was quite a weak plot. I don't know. Like, I loved it because I love them and I love everything about them. And I thought like the information that we found out in this book was so interesting. I like loved every moment of them together and all the other characters and like just learning everything that we learned, especially like the last, I'd say like 40%. I mean, like, I tabbed this book up so much, like so much happens, but I feel like plot wise it was lacking. It was very like character, like secrets and stuff like that. And like, yes, I said like with Reckless, the fact that there was no plot didn't deter me because of the fact that like it was straight up literally no plot. But this was like trying to be plot, but it just kind of didn't give in that way. Like, this picture, this scene was amazing, but like the picture as a whole, like I don't know, like I feel like I expected a lot more out of the last book in like a fantasy trilogy. But Lauren Roberts did say that she has 2 more novellas up her sleeve. I feel like we could get one that I've heard a lot of people speculating about that would be very interesting, and then another that I don't know if we would necessarily get. That first one, like I genuinely believe that that's one of the 2 that she's gonna do. The second one would love, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm not quite sure what the other novella is gonna be, but I'm very excited because I just love her writing. I love like the connections that she makes. I love that we got to see someone who we meet in Powerful, the novella that's in Adina's POV in this book, and that just like, it was a very heartwarming, like I feel like it ended very well. I really liked something that happens in this book that was very like insane, very crazy, very like, I assumed it was coming, but like the way in which they went about it was like, dang. I very much like that because there's a certain character in this book that I feel like I don't know if a lot of people like them, but my best friend, she really likes that character and I really don't. And let's just say the best thing did not happen to them. I'm really sad that I finished this book though, because the series as a whole like holds so much love in my heart. Like, I just love Kai and Peyton so much. I feel like I could just read them doing the most mundane thing and just talking to each other for like literally, I would say like 100,000 pages. Like, I want a novella of just them living their life, just day to day, whatever, eating, having a conversation, just one novella a year, just with them literally doing nothing. Like, I will read their grocery list. I don't know if I would read Lauren Roberts' grocery list. I do really like her writing. I think it's good, but Pei and Kai, just like, I love them. I love them so much. So yeah, I'm really like, literally I finished this and I just kind of sat there and I was like, I don't know what to do. And since finishing it, I've kind of just been like, like, I feel like I don't feel slumped. Like, I feel like I want to read, but I feel like currently no two characters in like a romance are gonna hit nearly as hard, because I love them so much. But the next book that we're reading is a romance, so I'm hoping that isn't true. I did read the first 2 chapters so far, I think. Yeah, this morning when I was at the gym, and that is of Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I love Emily Henry. Let me whip out some of my Emily Henrys. Like, this girl is just absolutely amazing. I love her so much, and I got this bookmark that has like all the different places in the Emily Henry books on it. I think it's so cute. Like, it has Waiting Bay, Michigan from Funny Story. Guys, I love Funny Story so much. To be completely honest, after reading the first 2 chapters of this, I am really enjoying this, but I've just been thinking about how much I love Funny Story and Daphne and Miles, and like the way so few couples and people compare to them for me. Like, all day I've just been thinking about these 2. On to the actual book at hand that I'm going to be reading, that is, already said, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and I'm literally so excited. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, mainly negative reviews about this book, because it doesn't only follow the couple like all of her previous books have followed, but it is like 2 split stories. The story follows these 2 people. One of them is it a Pulitzer winner or is it a Nobel Prize in literacy? It's one of those. I think it's Pulitzer though. He won a Pulitzer Prize for a biography that he wrote for like a very famous musician. And then the other girl is a journalist who really wants to start like actually writing books. This lady in her 80s who was like mega famous for like being the daughter of like a media conglomerate, and then she herself became famous through like marrying this like famous singer, drummer or something, has like been off the radar for the past 20 years. And then like the 30 years before that, she was also like low-key in hiding, but like now she's like, no one has seen her for 20 years. I don't know how she finds them, but she finds them, and she asks these 2 people to like kind of compete to write her biography of her life. And that's basically the story. So it like splits between telling her story of like the past and then like their current story of like falling in love. And honestly, I'm only 2.5 chapters in currently, but I'm eating it up because Emily Henry's writing is so good. But I just have heard a lot of negative reviews. A lot of people don't care about Margaret's story, or they just feel like the romance was really lacking, or it was just like really fast. But honestly, I feel like since I've not been in the biggest romance mood, especially with finishing this, I'm like, no one's gonna hit as hard as this. Right now, I'm like, honestly, I'm really eating up like the small snippets so far that we've gotten of Margaret, and I really love our main character. I think her name's Alice. She's so like, just like a positive light, which I feel like recently in romances that I've read, I haven't had a lot of like positive female main characters. They've been like going through some things. So I just love the fact that she's just very kind, bubbly, and optimistic towards everyone. I love her. I think she's so fun and sweet. And so far, our male main character, Hayden, I believe, yeah, he's the Pulitzer Prize winner. So she's like feeling very scared right now that she's not gonna get the job, because like he has won a Pulitzer and she just writes for like a magazine. But he's very like, not grumpy, but like keeps to himself, doesn't really understand why Alice is like so nice to him. So they're very like opposites, and I just feel like it'll be nice. I heard a lot of people say that like they do get together, like get to liking each other quite fast, which honestly like doesn't bother me if it's written the right way, like that whole insta love thing. So currently I'm liking it, but we will see. I genuinely do feel like I'm gonna like it more than the majority of people. Let's keep going to actually see. Almost 20% in, and personally I have to say I'm eating this book up. Like, I genuinely don't understand where the criticisms come from, but either way, I'm just gonna keep going. Honestly, I think Alice and Hayden are really cute. Like, they're like slowly opening up to each other right now. I love Margaret's story. Like, I find it so fascinating. I love the way Alice talks. Like, I feel like she's just such a peppy character. Also just like very open, but not like peppy in like a forced way. I feel like she acts that way because bad things have happened to her that like have been alluded to so far, and now she's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna look on the bright side because that's all I can, because if I keep pushing into the negative, like, it's not gonna get any better. And like the way she gets Margaret to open up to her like is so interesting, and I love Margaret. Like, I think she's such a fascinating character and I'm very excited for her story. I like the little personal connections that Alex has to Margaret's story from like when Alice was little, and like listening to all of Margaret's husband's music and like going through all like the magazines and stuff. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So I am very glad to be in the minority that is liking Great Big Beautiful Life. I'm sorry, but Hayden is actually such a cutie pie. He went, I can give you a ride back to the hotel if you want, and then I can bring you here to get your car tomorrow. And like, he just wants to spend more time with her. It's like, there's no, like, he thinks she has her car, so like, why would he need to drive her home? He's so cute. He's so cute. He's just so like, he's very like quiet and reserved, but like, he cares so much. I just, oof. I'm loving it. I don't know how other people aren't, but hey, they're wrong. I'm not trying to stop you, just as long as you know you're not obligated. Again, he says, I do very little out of obligation. I'm like, we're literally 25% in, and this man, he's obsessed. And I love it. He's just like, no, like, I'm going to do this. Like, I am going to do this because I want to do this for you. And I love him. Me literally yesterday being like, not in a romance mood. I love them. They're just such good characters. Hey. It seems like every time Hayden has something he really wants to say or ask, he has to go still first. Truly, I'm just like, this is an Emily Henry book. Like, I have no notes. I'm like, I'm sorry. Oh, like, they're just so good. They're just such perfect characters. She's like having an inner monologue about him, and she's like, yeah, he can like not notice that you're standing right next to him if he's like absorbed in work, but then like he'll notice everything else. And I'm like, oh, ooh. Simply just said, I need to buy this book physically once she comes out in paperback and reread it and annotate, because the lines are just so precious and I love them. I really do. And I'm like, I'm so happy that I'm really liking this book. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling the funny story, the book lovers, the happy place, all the vibes. It's literally this one scene right now, it's giving book lovers, and that was my first 5-star Emily Henry. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. The way the past 2 pages I've just highlighted every single word on them. I know I've said this like a million times already, but like I love this book so much. I genuinely do not understand people's critiques of it. Like, I feel like Emily Henry so perfectly merged the love story between Alice and Hayden and the literary fiction mysterious intrigue of Margaret's life. Like, it's so interesting, and like you get parallels between like the story that Margaret's telling and then something that happens with like Alice and Hayden, and I'm just like, oh, I love it so much. And this last bit sent me. I got to 50% last night, so honestly, okay, I don't think I'm gonna finish it today because I have plans, but otherwise I could have. I don't know if you guys hear that, but the planes are really, really loud outside. But anyway, I'm literally eating it up. I feel, I love how soft their love is. There's not like big words being said, but it's just like, I know, or like, I'm doing this because I want to. And then they hug, and that's like literally it, but I'm just like, I love them. And I think Margaret's life is so fascinating and also so sad. I'm like, I can't. I keep reading. Four more chapters. Personally, me, I'm terrified. They're currently on their last day before Margaret is gonna pick which one of the two of them is writing the book, or if she's just gonna scrap the whole thing. Found out a lot of information recently, but there's still so much more that me and they are confused about, so let's get to this. I finished Great Big Beautiful Life last night, and let me be so honest, I literally sat in my bed for like 30-40 minutes and was just like, I don't know what to do with my life. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. I was literally just sitting there like, I cannot stop thinking about these characters. I wrote down on my Fable, like I did a little review, and I think that is a good explanation, a little bit of like my thoughts on this. I went, Emily Henry has done it again. I think this book has the most polarizing and negative reviews that I've seen so far of any of her books, yet I have to say I loved it with my whole heart. The way she wrote about two separate stories and tied them together so perfectly without making it feel like either one was a side plot or was given any less of her attention. I truly think about every single character in this book and how they've burrowed their way into my heart, from the main characters to every single side character. I truly cannot fathom the pain and love in Alice and Hayden and Margaret and Lawrence and Gerald and Nina and Rosalind and Freddie and Bernie and Jody and Cecil and Alice's parents and Laura and Nicolette. Guys, Nicolette, if you know, you know. I'm taking that phrase into my life forever. And I can't stop thinking about them. And they're just sitting in my heart and my brain, making me feel more whole and seen, but also shattered by the second. And yeah, suffice it to say, she's a 5-star. I think I've only seen one other person that I follow give it a 5-star, and that was Destiny Sidwell. And I'm just like, I genuinely, like, I understand that reading is subjective, art is subjective, but like, I don't understand the criticisms. People are saying that, like, a lot of people said that there was a lot less romance in this book, which I would agree a little bit, but I don't think the romance was like lacking in any way, shape, or form. Like, I think they fit very well together. I really like their story. I think it blended very well with Margaret's story. Like, I heard a lot of people saying that like they would really get attached to the romance and then they would really get attached to the Margaret story, and then it would just like flip-flop like really abruptly. And I was like, I feel like it blended really well. Like, Margaret's story would kind of go into like a parallel happening within like Hayden and Alice's life, and I personally loved it. And I don't know, people were also like, oh, like, it was very insta love, and I feel like it wasn't insta love. Like, they liked each other off the bat, which I think, you know, like a lot of people do kind of see somebody and they're like, oh, I'm attracted to them, but then like the actual like getting to know each other and like everything like that, I was like, it felt perfectly like on pace to me, especially with the fact that they're the only like people that they know on this island, and like they have nothing to do but like really hang out with each other when they're not interviewing Margaret and working on the book. And I loved it. I thought that ending was so good. The way I literally cried at like the epilogue-ish part, I was like, ah! My heart, guys. I loved it. So she's a 5-star. My camera is blinking, so I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys haven't checked out my video before that of reading my most anticipated reads of the year, I would very much check it out because they were also so amazing. Like, I can't believe that I read Fearless and Grape of Beautiful Life, and I'm like finally done with the Powerless series. I'm like not ready to be done with that series. And like, I read another Emily Henry, and I can't believe I have to wait almost a year probably for another book to come out, because she always comes out in like April. I'm not ready for that. Frankly, I'm really not ready for that. But I will see you guys next week. I have a very exciting video that I'm literally about to film the intro for, and I'm really, really excited for that. So definitely check out that when you see it. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.